Rio Evora Aeroporto International. You can get flights from here back to Europe, but you can only get flights back to Portugal. So from here I catch a flight to the island of Sal on one of these little twin aeroplane propeller aircrafts. I will stay in Sal for 2 days in Santa Maria, which is meant to be a beautiful spot. I will stay there for say 2 days and then catch a flight back to London Gatwick, where I will spend 4 days back home in the UK and then do the reversal. We are just one street back from the beach, and that is the restaurant that I went to just now whilst I waited for my room to be ready. And first impressions of Sal, it is a lovely place.
What?
It's a beautiful day here in Cabo Verde, Mindelo, but unfortunately I've got to go up on the bosun's chair up that mast to fix that Windex because we're not getting any speed or direction. Luckily the boys ordered a new one whilst I was in England and I brought it home with me last night. So the first thing I need to do is go amongst all of this and find a bosun's chair, and then we'll drop the Code Zero halyard down that line up there, walk it between the sail bag around the back, and with the halyard, which is just on the mainsail, I'll have 2 lines, and the boys will send me up to change that Windex. Now we don't know if the cable's faulty that runs all the way down, but what we have done is connect the new Windex with a module that was potentially the problem, but it wasn't. But it could just be the Windex. That's rather the Windex up there, and that gives us our true wind, apparent wind, gives us our speed and our direction that the wind's coming from, and it's a critical bit of information. I'm hoping that it is literally unbolt one unit, bolt another on, but if that doesn't cure it, then it's the cable that runs right the way down the mast and into the ceiling here in the saloon, which means a lot more work. Let's see what happens. So this is what me, Lee and David have been up to this morning. This is the new Windex, which I'm going to go and fit on the mast, and the boys ordered that whilst I was in the UK. That's the new cable that comes all the way down through the mast. This thing here is a module which is reported as being the main issue. Well, the guys bought a complete new kit. That is the new module there, which we have replaced. However, it hasn't cured the problem. We have managed to fix it by running the new cable and the new Windex in underneath to the MNEA cable system, and got it working. So it's rather the cable that runs right the way up the mast, goes through into this box here, or the Windex. I'm hoping it's just the Windex that wants changing, but if not, we're going to have to run a cable all the way down the mast.
Oh, it could be that connection.
Yeah, it could be that connection out on the top of the masthead.
To that cable.
Yeah, so we've either got this that wants changing, this that wants cleaning, or we need to run a whole new cable down. But the good news is, after changing out what we was told is normally the problem, which is that, which didn't cure it, and wiring it direct as opposed to coming down through this junction box, which comes down underneath this chart plotter in the saloon, by using the new cable that goes all the way up the mast and the new wind index, we've got it working. So after a quick 4-day visit back to the UK, and only being away that short period of time, we no longer have 4 or 5 boats in this little anchorage. We've got over 30. We've got some problems on the boat, nothing major, but our wind index is not working correctly, and we need to send somebody up. I tried to go up today, and I wasn't very happy with the way the bosun's chair was pulling into me groin. It was hurting too much. So tomorrow morning we're going to go ashore and see if we can find someone who is a rigger that will go up and change the wind index on the top of the mast. So this catamaran has had a rude awakening this morning. He has been told to get out the way, so they're upping their anchor and moving, because that big blue vessel there wants to come out, and they are right in his shipping lane, and he goes across exactly where they are, in between that shipwreck and this single yacht here. And he did make somebody else move yesterday, and we made about 5 people move. Well, we told them not to anchor there because they will need to move, and they all did move. This guy came in late last night, and like everybody else, this is one of the nicest places to anchor because there's plenty of room, and there's a reason for that, because it's a shipping lane. And it is highlighted on Navally. So that blue boat in a moment will come out and go roaring straight through there. So that Sanoa 3059 has got to move. We've got a couple of cruise liners in today. Club Med 2 came in yesterday. There's Club Med 2, one of the largest sailing ships in the world. And there's a cruise liner that's just come in this morning, Serena. So that cat there and this one, our one, We're just outside of the shipping lane and they're moving. So this boat is on its way out. Earlier on today he gave this vessel here, gave him a right telling off. He just went to anchor back in the same place almost and he told him off again. The captain on this boat is not happy. Yeah, he's not happy, this fella. He's moved about 6 boats this morning because there needs to be a clearance for him to get there, out past that shipwreck and out through that channel. This boat behind us is just about okay. There was another little small boat behind this yacht yesterday and he made him move. Well, he nearly knocked him out of the way, to be honest with you. So this poor Fountain Peugeot just here has been looking for the last hour or so. He did anchor over here, didn't he, at one point? Yeah. But he was too close to that marker channel. So he then got told by this ferry to get out of the way. I mean, there is probably room. Oh, I don't know. It's tight. It's getting very, very tight, and yet we've still got the ARC. I don't know if there's 30, 40, 50, 60 yachts coming down, and they'll be here in the next day or two. And where they're going to anchor, I ain't got a clue. Now the little tiny boat he's bibbing, he's already been told by him to move this morning from over here somewhere. The same as that big Fountain Peugeot catamaran. He was here anchored up overnight, he was told to move. He then moved over there, he was told to move. And you can see these little boats that are coming in. They're causing a bit of a drama for this big ship. Look how close he is to that. Yeah, not good. Well, the ditch bag is basically a survival bag with things like flares, VHF radio, basic sort of food. They're like cereal bars with high protein, water.
Any biscuits?
Not for you, mate, no biscuits in there. But there's also things like flare mirrors, there'll be EPIRBs, torches, knife, scissors, rope in there so we can tie ourselves off together to stay together.
Fishing kit?
There is a fishing kit in there, yeah.
I could grab one of those rods if we needed to get off.
Yeah, we could. And in here, me and David have come up with a secondary ditch kit which is just full of loads of tin food that we can undo very easy with some cutlery.
Okay.
Just in case.
And there's water in there?
We're going to put more water in here. We're going to put 2 more bottles of water in here.
Okay.
But yeah, the main things to grab is the ditch bag,
yep,
the flares, the VHF radio, and if we got time to grab this one with extra food. There is food and water in here anyway. But I mean, what I do is I write a list down, take the EPIRB, which is up there,
yep,
and the flares, because they're not going to go inside this. You've got to remember, it's not just this, it's that EPIRB, that. But we have got independent EPIRBs on our life jackets. But there's things like fishing equipment, glow sticks, torches, signal mirrors, sun cream, head torches, which we've just charged up, and I list every single thing. Masks, what else is in here? There's anodine, motion sickness pills,
so
bandages.
Kit.
Yeah, it's just a very large survival kit that we would need to get that, and the VHF radio in rather the tender, which we will deploy anyway, and we're going to put soft ropes on those so they can be cut to drop that case we lose power, case we were sinking, and then we can get the life raft which is underneath out. Yeah, that's it.
Okay.
Yep.
Super, but we hope we're never going to be using that.
Yeah, we spent a few quid on it,
yep,
hoping not to use it. Yeah.
Exactly. Yep. Okay. Thank you.
Okay, so today is the 21st of November. We are in Cabo Verde, Mindelo. These yachts that are coming out are all part of the ARC rally, Atlantic Rally for cruisers. They're all going across the Atlantic, the same as us. We're looking at going out on the 25th, subject to the weather. You can see quite a few of them out there waiting on the start line. and although it's not an official race across the Atlantic, you do get a certificate for coming first, I believe, in your class. So we've seen quite a few monohulls go out, and now we're seeing quite a few cats go out. I don't know how they put these in groups, but I believe it's something to do with the size and the weight and the length of the boat. But we've seen quite a few cats go out, and there are quite a few monohulls that are now creeping out. So there's 2 catamarans just here somewhere coming out. There's a monohull just there going out. That one behind that yacht. Out there I can see 2 more catamarans just joining, and quite a few monohulls are out there. So today is the day when they all leave and head out to, I think, Grenada, I think. But they're going across the pond, and we will be doing the same in a few days' time. That is the 85 boats all leaving Mindelo Cabo Verde, and they are all heading off across the Atlantic, I believe, to Grenada. Look at that lot. Look at that lot. Wow, 85 yachts. One of them's coming in by the looks of it. We will be following in a few days' time. Hopefully we can get some work done on our boat, because the engineer here wouldn't touch ours until this lot had been done. But we need him up our mast to do some work.
Well, I'm coming down behind you.
Okay, okay.
That's it.
Yes.
Putting the tender down.
We're putting the tender down
Yeah,
because
come
we
on
go
in.
ashore for an
Come on
afternoon
in.
food.
Yeah, show us how you do it then.
Well,
oh, it's just that button that you've got to press.
it's really difficult. This
It's
one.
really
See this
difficult.
little button on the
Look, there we
side,
go.
it's
That
got
little
up and
button.
down.
That little button.
And then what we do is we jump on it like this, ready?
Yeah, go on then.
I'm going to run that around that pole so
That's
I
it.
can connect it to the boat.
Well done.
I'm going to go to the back boat first. We take that off.
Yeah.
We put it over that cable so it's easy to grab on the way back. I'm going to push this one out. Then I will disconnect this one. And this is where I'm going to be throwing this on the boat.
That's it.
I'll pull back on this. And then come back on the boat. So we're just filling up with fuel here in Mindelo. We were going to take a marina berth just for one night, but we've decided to take it for 2 nights, and that's the berth right in front of us, just the other side of this floating pontoon for the fuel station. So we're just filling up with fuel, so that's done before we leave. Looking at this colour of this yacht, quite nice. Lovely bit of kit that. So that's where we were anchored, just in front of the shipwreck. And there's the shipwreck, so we were just behind our friend Martin on his trimaran. And the reason why we're taking a berth is because we've got a rigger that works for this marina who's going to climb our mast and put our wind vane on, which gives us our wind speed and direction, which is a critical bit of information we need for a sailboat. And he preferred us to come into the marina, so we thought, well, as opposed to going in tomorrow for one night, we'll come in today, fill up with fuel. We can end all our provisionings without needing to use the tender. So we can literally walk off the docks straight into the shops at the back there as many times as we want to get provisions, although we've got most on board now. And we're slowly getting things ready for our Atlantic crossing. David's doing the fuel, Lee's doing some editing. Yeah, David's on the fuel, filling the fuel tanks up. We had 77 in one and 44% in the other, but for what it takes to top these tanks up, we may as well go with as much fuel as possible. And the reason for that is not just in case there's no wind, although if there is no wind, with full tanks we can obviously motor to where we can find wind, but it's just in case a rigging problem occurred and the masts come down, we've then got no way of moving this boat. So filling them up with fuel. And for those that want to know what can we do in the terms of miles on this boat with 2 full fuel tanks, we can do somewhere around 800 nautical miles, which is about 40% of the 2,200 miles that we need to do. But it makes good practice and common sense, obviously, to fill them up anyway whilst we can. And it's an easy dock to come onto. We basically was just where that monohull is. I think he's the next one to come on once we filled up with fuel. He's got an internet problem, so he can't take my credit card, but he said don't worry about that, let's get you into that berth over there. He's dealing with that for me, the fuel attendant that works at the marina, and we're going to that berth, and then when the internet's back on we come and pay for the fuel. That's it. Yep. Dave, I can spring from there if you're ready and start springing.
I can't get the line back.
Because they're too far forward.
Well off the clock on the stern. Ready?
Yeah, ready to go, boss. Tender disappeared.
Yeah, he's gone. Yeah, I don't know where he went though.
I think he's underneath the boat.
Oh yeah. We have slime lines, do we, for the front?
Yeah. So the plan is we're going to get this one on as soon as possible, Dave. You've got on pointing to the bow stern.
Yeah.
Short as possible, so I can then go back.
Yeah.
And then get the back one, and then we can worry about the slime lines. We go right in here. For those two boys. I'm going to send the angle over that way, Lee. You still want me a bit further over that way?
That's good. Take it from there.
Take it straight back as you are if you can. Yeah.
Right, you're watching that one, yeah? See if you can straighten it up a little bit. That's good. Straight back. Straighten up a bit again. Straighten up a bit again.
Good. What metre distance have I got from your one?
Straight back, you're clear.
I'm going to go straight back and we'll do it that yacht. But I know what you mean.
So you
come on as soon as possible, Dave. What distance at the back there, Lee?
You've got 3 foot on the side here.
Yeah. What's the back? I want to know what
You've got loads of distance.
Yeah, what is that loads? 5 metres?
4 metres. You've got 4 metres on the stern.
I'm trying to get David as tight as possible because I can then let out on David once it's tight.
Yeah, that's what's keeping you blowing off as well.
Yeah, it's also blowing that way. Yeah. Yeah, I understand. Lee, can you get the other side on? The other side on. Lee, can you see him on the back?
Yeah, he wants you to go back 2 metres.
Can you let the line off, Dave?
Yeah, but I'm only holding it.
Yeah, but you're stopping me from going back.
I'm holding it by hand.
Okay, Gary, 4 metres at the back. Maybe another 2 metres back, Gary.
Something's holding me slightly. That's it. That's it.
It's got 3 metres on the back.
Yeah, David was holding me. He didn't realise it. You're pinching me, David. That's it. It's perfect.
Okay, you're down to 2 metres.
I can't let go much more.
Okay, you've got 1.5 metres on the stern. Do you want to go back a bit further?
Half a metre back.
Well, you're good there.
Lock it off, David. And then I'll come back tight on that one. Come on, Dave. You locked off, Dave. So you girls are trying to get to Brazil, yeah, from Mindelo,
Yes, so we left from France.
France.
We also took 2 different boats. One to go to Canary Islands, and then there we already did some hitchhiking. Another boat coming to here. The same cardboard.
The same cardboard, you just changed the name Brazil to wherever.
There we put Cabo Verde, and
Yep.
now we put Brazil.
Okay.
And so yeah, that's the objective. Getting
And how long are you going to be in Brazil for? Or South America? A year or 2 years?
2 months a year, it depends.
Okay.
For me, I would like to stay in Brazil for maybe a month, 2, 3.
Okay.
Then go back upper north.
Yeah.
Till the Caribbean maybe, to go back to Europe. Also
Okay.
by sailing.
So you need to hitchhike back as well,
I
yeah?
would like to, but it's easier in that way.
That's via like the Bahamas, Bermuda and the Azores and then back into Europe, yeah?
Yeah, kind of.
Kind
I
of.
mean, I don't know. I don't know yet.
I think it's a rougher journey on the way back north than it is on the way south.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
So if you can find a journey here to the Caribbean, it will be a better journey downwind all the way.
Yeah.
As when you go north, although the trade winds spin,
Okay.
I think the seas are a lot rougher on the way back.
Okay.
But I wish you all the best.
Thank you.
And you've been here 2 days
Yeah.
trying to
Only 2
find,
days. For now,
and no joy with anybody that will take you at the moment.
Nobody boats are going to Brazil. Most are going to Caribbean.
So why don't you jump onto the Caribbean and then work your way down to Brazil? Would you
harder
That's
that
very
way.
hard.
really? So you need to find somebody from here that's going to Brazil.
Yeah.
Wow, most I think are just going to spend a season or 2 in the Caribbean. So this is making it difficult.
Like, few boats are going.
A few?
Every boat that is going to Brazil is coming from like here before going.
Okay, so what's the reason for people not wanting to take you? Because you look like lovely ladies, so why has nobody said yes to you? You look, watches, day and night, cooking, we can bake bread, we can do deck work, activities with kids. I mean, you sound like the perfect couple to jump on a boat. Why is nobody taking you?
Because for now, we haven't met any boats that are going to Brazil.
Really?
At the
So-
first, at the moment I met them, I'm sure they will take us.
Yeah,
I think so. But the insurance will be the problem.
Okay, we'll ask.
We'll see, because the other two boats we took, the insurance was okay.
It was okay.
Yeah. So
Well, I wish you all the best, and I hope you find.
Thank you.
So, how long will you stay here for before you get a ride? I mean, will you wait a month before you go back, or will you stay 2 months?
For now, we've heard that it's 1 month for the.
Yeah.
people,
I think until the end of January is the best time to go across from Mindelo to Brazil. Yeah, maybe February you may be okay, but after that I think the weather starts to
Yeah,
change.
then it's the end of the period. Yeah.
So you need to get somebody that will take you within the next 5 weeks, 4 or 5 weeks.
I mean, a few weeks, if we haven't time, we will start asking us.
And when somebody takes you, do like 2 boyfriends come out from the back somewhere with all the packages, or is it just the 2 of you? There's no boyfriends and children, just you 2.
no, just as 2, and all it takes is 1 boat.
1 boat, that's it. That's all you need.
it.
Well,
So,
look,
a
this
little
is
luck and a boat.
this is team reality. We're going to wish you all the best and hope that somebody here pulls in the next day or 2 that's going to Brazil.
Yeah, if you hear about any.
I will, and I'll post it on social media because some of the people follow us from the Mindelo sailing
Okay,
and stuff.
cool.
So maybe somebody goes, oh look, there's 2 great girls that are going to. You both from France?
Yeah,
Oh, you're Belgium, yeah?
Yeah, I'm Belgian.
Yeah, Belgium. Okay.
and I'm from France.
How do you know each other, by the way?
So
Contacted each other on Facebook.
yeah, before leaving, because
Oh wow, so you've only just met each other.
yeah,
Now it's 2 months.
Okay, 2 months.
Sailing together.
So we come from Rhodes, you know the Greek island of Rhodes? We come from Rhodes through the Mediterranean, down through the Canaries, and then down to Cabo Verde. And we're going to St Martin.
And where are you from?
From London, well just outside London, Kent. But I worked in London for most of my life, so... But we're spending maybe 10 years trying to sail around the world. That's our plan. To see if we can circumnavigate. That's the idea. But most people that put that plan into action, I think only 1 out of 1,000 actually achieve it. So it's a massive goal to see if we can circumnavigate. But I'm 3.5 years into it from when I left the UK
Okay.
on this boat.
So you let me with this boat?
Yeah, with this boat.
boats, and
This,
then-
yeah.
Okay.
So we bought this boat new from France, had it delivered to the UK. We fitted it out for ocean long passage cruising, and then I set off in May of 2022, and I'm 3.5 years into sailing around the world.
And you like it?
Yeah, I mean, on long passages, when there's nothing but just the sea to look at, I get a bit bored of it, if I'm to be honest. But it's what's at the other end when I get to land, and then you can start the culture, the history, the food, the people.
Yeah.
And that's why I do it for architecture.
Yeah.
The actual sailing side I'm not that bothered about, to be honest with you.
What is one of the craziest stories you can tell us about this trip?
Oh, that's a great question. The overall riding factor would be I'm doing it with my brother.
Okay.
And I think initially when my brother joined, it was just for a holiday a couple of times in Spain, and he got so addicted to sailing and the sailing life and the sailing community and the trials and tribulations that go with sailing, he was like hooked so strongly. I thought, I'm never going to get him off my boat. And 3 years ago, I've never got him off my boat. So I think the overall riding factor would be the greatest thing for me would be my brother joining me and being able to do it with my brother.
Yeah.
That is just such an amazing opportunity. But in terms of individual things, I think maybe when we got to Turkey and we saw all the ancient ruins from the different periods going back to ancient times, and some of the very old artifacts and stuff, and the old Roman and what was the other cities? The Ottoman
Yeah.
period.
Yeah.
Just to see the old buildings in the old derelict towns, how well preserved they are.
Yeah.
I think that's been a great achievement. So when we get to the Caribbean, it's going to be different because the Caribbean's only like 200-300 years old.
Yes.
They don't have so much ancient stuff, but the culture, the food, the people, that's what excites me about travelling, be it on a boat or on planes or a car. It's the same as you guys. Why are you travelling? It's just because the things you're going to see and do that are going to just be memories for the rest of your life.
For me, it's meeting new cultures.
Yeah.
New people.
And people.
Yes.
Yeah. Listen to people's stories about where they've come from, where they're going, what their expectations, their hopes for their life is and stuff. I think it's amazing.
Yeah.
Well, I'm going to say thank you so much for spending 5 minutes with me, and I'm going to wish you guys all the best.
Thank you.
Thank
so
you.
much.
one of the final jobs we've had done today. The guys have been under the boat and cleaned the hull for us. Well done, guys.
Job is done.
Good job. It's all nice and clean now, yeah?
Yeah.
So we're going to slip through the water.
Yeah, you're gonna know more faster than me.
Exactly.
Okay.
Yeah. Well
You
done,
have a
guys.
nice day.
Cheers.
Ciao.
Obrigado. We've only got 2 jobs left to resolve before we set off. One of those is the Windex at the top of the mast, and the other one, Dave wants to clean the filters in the water maker. So when we're at sea, we've got our own desalination plant basically. So it's got a couple of filters which David needs to clean before we use that when we're out at sea. Other than that, we're ready to go. So this was a job that David was going to do, but Gary's volunteered himself for it, and we're going to change the pre-filter on the water maker. So the riggers have come down to go up the mast and resolve our Windex problem. Well, fingers crossed they're going to do it anyway. They've got all the parts they need, and we're going to put them up the mast shortly. He's just sorting out one of the halyards to attach to the chair that he's going to sit in. And these guys that do it for a living are just going to go up on one halyard or one line, whereas us amateurs, when we do it, we always like a safety line, which is what Dave's waving around in his hand there, but the guy doesn't want to use that, so he's going to go up on one line.
Mate, he's going up on one line only, my halyard, which I know's got wear in it. No safety extra line. This is the boys at Mindelo. No messing about. They're going up that mast to change the Windex. Good luck to that. God bless you, my friend. Well, Dave, is he using my bosun chair? He's using mine. Okay, maybe. Let's see. If he don't like his bosun's chair and he's up there all day for a living, I think I'll keep mine and pay him his bill.
So the rigger is taking up the new Windex that Gary bought with him from the UK, and he's just going to install that at the top of the mast, which is straightforward. It just clips on, and we're hoping that that will resolve the problem, and it's not the main cable that runs down the mast, which the riggers say it may well be. Okay, so he's up to the second spreader. And this is where it gets a bit difficult, because when it gets to the top, the halyard goes into the sheath at the top of the mast there. And the problem is that it's the length of rope between the chair and the top of the sheath. So normally a rigger would have something like a stirrup or something standing, and he's trying to stand on the shrouds there, but he needs to get some elevation so he can reach up. He needs to get some elevation so he can reach up to the top there. Looks like he seems to have done it okay.
So an update on our Windex issue. He's been up there, changed over the Windex, and it hasn't done anything. We brought the old Windex down, plugged it in directly, and it works, the same as the new one works. So the long and short of it is the cable that runs all the way down the mast. So David is going to give him the cable. He's going to go back up the mast. He's going to take the new cable to the old cable, pull the old cable down until the new one gets through, and then run it through the saloon roof, connect it up, and we should be good to go. That's the theory of it. We've now got 3 of them on the job. We did have 2, we now got 3. That means triple the bill. Anyway, he wants my bosun's chair for the job, so I might end up giving it to him. So originally, David and Lee thought it was this little cable here that was faulty with this special piece of electronic equipment in it, which is just a short cable. There's one of the joins there, and we changed that and it didn't cure it. So then we thought the next option was the Windex that was faulty. We changed that, and without using the lead that went up the mast, by rigging it direct to this cable, we got everything working. So we presumed it was just a Windex. Guys went up, put the new Windex on, and it wouldn't work from using the cable that runs all the way down the mast. So cut a long story short, the cable that runs right the way through the top of that mast where that new Windex is, all the way down through the coach roof, was what the problem was. So we've changed that cable, and for some reason it wasn't exactly the same length as the one we took off, but just about long enough to do the job. And now we have everything up and working, and I'm going to see if they want to buy that off me. And the other cable, which is the short cable, I don't think they want to buy the coax cable that comes down the mast, because that's the faulty one, but it's probably only one of the ends anyway. But fabulous, mate, eh? Sorted. One job down. We've just done a filter, pre-water filter.
That's it.
So now, when they're off, we've got to put the ceiling back together, 10-minute job, wash the boat, ready to go in the morning. Provisions are all done as well. Loads of beers today we bought, loads of provisions, bread, rolls, steaks, pork chops, mincemeat, crisps, chocolate, sweets. We bought loads of stuff, and we are hopefully checked out correctly, although we're meant to be going today, but we told them we're leaving today, but we lied to them, we're leaving tomorrow. So we've technically checked out today because he wanted me to come back in the morning to officially check out, and I said no, I'm going to go now. So he stamped us out, so we are technically out of here, although the other agent at this end of the marina said we've got 24 hours. So one of us is telling we are actually still legally in the country, and one of us is telling us no, we've got to go tonight. But he is half a mile the other side, and he ain't going to be about, so we're staying here overnight. We've paid for the berth, which is another job we had to do this morning. We had a guest that left this morning, we had to get them on in a taxi. Had quite a lot to do today. Take the motorbikes back, that was a row. They wanted another 9,000 CVEs off me. Tried to tell me that our crash helmets had been stolen. I said not this morning, when I opened all the bikes up, they was all there. So been a bit of a palaver today, but we've got there. Right, so I'm just going through the last few jobs we need to do. These are the things, this was actually a very small list. Most of the jobs were done in roads, such as lifting the boat out, anti-failing her, new anodes, painting the props, servicing the engines, generator, boiler, doing a few upgrades like the davit system, the swim ladder. Sails were down, as you probably remember. They was just inspected, washed, and the main was reduced from a 3 reefing main to a 2 reefing main, and we also had the side shelves put on the boom to help sit the lazy bag in a much neater, better way. But outside of that, these are a list of other things that I've had to do. So watch video on the oxy borer. That is a parachute basically. It's a parasailer, a bit like a spinnaker, with a parachute at the front that sort of tends to lift the boat up and out of the water as it's bouncing. We've never flown one, so we need to watch the video on the oxy borer. Starlink for ocean. I've got to change over our account with Starlink, which I will do in a couple of hours. Download film so that we don't use as much Starlink. We've got Starway defenders, which we can't do until we leave the dock. That'll be in the morning as we're going. Weather tracker, just check weather tracker is following us correctly and working correctly. That's on our InReach Iridium Go. Connect our bilge pumps and hoover out water in the bilges. At the moment they're disconnected because they keep going off. They don't like much water, and they just keep going off. And the rest of it is done. done. So, other than a couple of jobs, which I shall do now, and we're just going to wash the boat off, we are ready to go. So we are on our way out from Mindelo. We successfully got out the marina this morning, done a few more checks that we needed to do, a few more little jobs. They're all done. We've gone through our checklist, made sure there's nothing that we've forgotten about, and we are now on our way to the Caribbean. We've got to get through these 2 islands and then we're on our way.
It's 9 o'clock and we're finally on our way to the Caribbean. Not a particularly nice day for it. It's a bit cloudy, but hey, blue sky over in that direction, which is where we're heading, over there. So we're finally off on our way, and we're in between the 2 islands.
Yep.
And Gary looks quite happy as it happens.
Well, everything went perfect today.
Yeah, it did, didn't it?
And yesterday.
Yeah.
We got the guys up to change the wind vane, which in the end was the cable, wasn't it?
Yeah.
But they were brilliant, and we didn't have to pay him because he took our bosun's chair and gave me his old crappy one. But we hope never to have to use a bosun's chair, but we've got one anyway.
What, are you saying you didn't pay him the €120?
No.
You didn't?
No, he said, I'll have your bosun's chair because it's the nuts.
Are you sure?
Yep, and I said, okay, and you're going to leave me your old one? He said, yeah. And I thought that was a reasonable exchange because we have got a bosun's chair if we need to go up. The idea is we don't, cheers David, the idea is we don't ever want to go up there, and if we do, we want to send somebody that's small and petite up there.
Exactly.
They won't do much damage if they fall on the saloon deck.
I thought he just wanted to swap his crappy bosun's chair for your one. Yeah.
And still take €120.
No, that's what I thought anyway.
No, I'll negotiate for us.
Did you? Okay. So
let's just talk quickly about today. So we got off the dock absolutely perfect today. We had a little conflab this morning about all the safety features for going across the Atlantic. This is for when we upload this for our girlfriends, although I'm single now, by the way. I'm able to mingle.
yeah.
But yeah, so we've had a sit down this morning. We've gone over all the provisions again. We've gone over all the safety procedures again. We all know everything. We've got our life jackets ready with our EPIRBs in. All our ditch bags are ready. All our flares are ready. VHF radio, portable is on charge. All the head torches. And we then had a sit down and went through how we're going to get this boat off the dock in fairly strong winds, which we've done absolutely perfect. We've now got the Code Zero out.
Yep.
We're running on 2 engines on tick over just to charge the batteries because reality's been sat for a month with no batteries running, so we're charging the engine start batteries.
Yep.
In about half hour we'll turn those off. We're almost directly south. 270. Sorry, west. Not south, silly bastard. So we're on target. We're just about 16, 18 days away.
Yeah, well I think it was 16.
Yeah.
It's 15 days and 19 hours, so let's say 16.
Yeah.
That's if you can do the schedule, which is 6 knots. We're doing
6 knots over 16 days ish. We'll be there.
Yeah.
We've got 4 days, according to predicting, where we've got a motor, haven't we?
Yeah.
So.
And we're doing 7 knots right now. So
we're ahead of schedule.
So it's all good. So the engine's going to come off shortly after the battery's been charged, and away we go.
I thought we went perfect. Scripted.
Good.
Absolutely perfect.
Another happy man.
Good.
Right.